the move. So glad to see that that change was made at least a little bit. But we are loading right into this Dallas Flat Tires Toronto Falters match, and we are on board with Satch. Is it Satch or Sack?
Satch.
Satch, perfect, awesome. So yeah, we're right on with Satch here. We are going to see a lot of things going on mid plane here. Esme is sitting inside the cabin, hopefully going to try and pick off somebody off table here. Able to pick up that kill, and they're going to hold down a little bit of time here and take the lead early in favor of Dallas Flat Tires.
Yeah, you see Toronto, they're just having a couple players hold back, just trying to keep rotation here to P2, but while that's being said, you're seeing Dallas collect all the time in the hill, so they gotta do a good job of contesting here.
Yeah, absolutely. We see an aggressive play from Iker out there, not exactly work out in their favor, but Satch is able to pick up one and is going to continue to hold this time for Dallas Flat Tires. We do see one on Toronto's Falter is going to be on the flank here, unable to get anything going, but Toronto is really trying to hold down for this P2 spot.
And as you say that, you see number 6 Iker on your screen, bottom left, spawning out, so this is going to be a race for the new rotation that Dallas might up coming out on top.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Dallas has a good opportunity here. Obviously, one down. Toronto is able to hold off that momentarily. But this is pretty sound play here by Toronto. They're able to hold down these tight angles. Satch unable to pick up the kill onto Iker. And Toronto is looking pretty good on this P2 hill right now.
Yeah, they got really pushed up far in causing mayhem for all the Dallas players that are coming off spawn. And you're seeing a lot of staggered pushes out of Dallas. So this is a great hold by Toronto right now.
Yeah, Toronto is absolutely on top of it. Dallas is trying to make anything they can happen. Satch able to pick up one. Iker picks up Slick, and Satch is on a streak right now, a full 6 streak. So we are going to see Iker here go down, unfortunately, but a big 6 streak from Iker will put Toronto in the favorable position here on P2, moving into P3.
Yeah, you see Toronto's got a full 60 right there, and then you see number 7 here, Scoosh, already close to some streaks and on the rotation, so Toronto's doing a good job of, moving quick around the map.
Yeah, Toronto's movement looks stellar. We've got Satch on the side of Dallas, has already put up 7 kills so far on the side of his squad, and Scoosh up with 8 for Toronto. We are seeing trades going back and forth. Eddie able to pick up 2 before he goes down. Slick picks up 1, and Dallas is back in control of this P3. They've got the spawn points. They are able to hold this down effectively. They pick up 2 kills there. Eddie is able to pick up 1, but can't finish it, and ultimately Dallas has a solid hold on this hill.
You're seeing them all, sort of stacked together, team shooting, multiple players on Toronto. As I say that, they ended up going down, but for a majority of that hill, there was a lot of good play by team play right there by Dallas.
Absolutely. So when you think about spawn points for this next hill here, which is kind of the most important spot to be holding down here? We see Dallas still kind of maintaining that P3 hill, but where really should they be right now in order to effectively hold down that next hill?
Ideally, you want to get that back from 80 spawn, because getting that spawn will allow you not only to spawn close for this current hill, but as well as get the spawn for the next hill at P5. So you see where Toronto is spawning right now. That's the ideal spot, but as I said, that Dallas is the one with all the control.
Yeah, absolutely. Esme on a 4 streak and Slick on a 2 streak. They're picking them off one by one here, able to continue to maintain their hold. Eddie unable to pick anything up, and Esme picks up another before going down to Merrick's, and Merrick's goes down to Jimmy. It is back and forth. We are trading all sorts of kills here, but still in favor of Dallas Flat Tires. The kills may not be in their favor, but the points definitely are.
Dallas is doing a good job of holding this hill down from the less favorable side, and it shows that they're definitely capable of holding hills. We've seen so far this map really go back and forth, but both teams having really good team hold. So I guess it's really going to come down to which team's able to break the others, hold on the hill.
Absolutely, and I love this push here by Dallas. They're, maintaining that old hill with Satch still holding it down. Obviously, their gunny over on the other squad is able to hold that down effectively while Dallas is maintaining those spawns. They're trapping Toronto in top plane. Unfortunately, the kills are not going their way until Slick picks up that one onto Iker, but they are effectively holding down these spawns here and are going to soak up a little bit of time on this next hill.
Yeah, Dallas is holding this hill. This is really, really nice to see, because you see they're watching all the different lanes of the map. You have someone watching top lane, someone watching the push from bottom plane. But as I say, that Toronto does a good job of breaking into the hill.
Yeah, Toronto able to effectively break there momentarily, but Esme going Big sitting there at 10-7 with quite a few streak opportunities there before, but Toronto is able to continue to break. There's contests going through. It's kind of back and forth right now on this hill. We've got only 18 seconds left before we need to move to the next. Jimmy makes the jump up and is able to convert it with the Krig there. Absolute stellar plays out of Jimmy. Satches trying to find anything he can here in top plane, and it looks like Dallas is really holding down this next P.
Yeah, they've done a good job on rotation. You see them constantly first on that rotation, but as I say that, really horrible timing. Scoosh gets a nice kill on the Satch, and they've already broken P1.
Yeah, P1, breaking P1 and maintaining a little bit of time there is always an interesting play, to say the least. We see most of the time people playing for spawns here, but it is working in the favor of Toronto right now. They're able to soak a little bit of time and confuse everybody, and as we do see that, 2, 3, and 4 on the side of Dallas all spawning out backside, so Toronto able to hold down a little bit of time here and flip the spawns in their favor.
Yeah, it's nice that Toronto was able to get the spawns in their favor. The only unfortunate part is that they're giving up a lot of time on the hill, so I like to see them push for that contest and hopefully maintain the spawns at the same time.
Absolutely, and just as you say that, Merrick's is able to jump in, and they're going to be defending a little bit, but at the same time, they're giving up these spawns. Dallas effectively able to throw 3 players back behind enemy lines and maintain these spawns back here, at least for now. We'll see if Esme can pick up a kill onto Scoosh, gets a bunch of damage dealt, but unfortunately unable to convert the kill, but also does not get killed himself. So, we are in the favor of Toronto Falters right now, and Dallas is kind of spawning out, but Esme, as I say that, goes down, so it's going to be all Dallas right now.
Yeah, it was a big kill by Eddie onto Esme right there in the back to block those spawns, but as I say at Dallas, once again, Jimmy with a massive 2-piece to help break those spawns. As I say that, all spawns back there again with Eddie and Scoosh getting a couple big kills.
Yeah, absolutely. Toronto is able to effectively hold down those spawns and maintain hill time. I'm surprised right now. I'm just looking at the score for the first time, 172 to 104. It feels like it's closer than this. As we say this, we're seeing Toronto soak up some more of that time. They're cutting that lead and hoping to kind of rotate onto next hill. Eddie here trying to pick up some of that scrap time to make it a little bit closer of a match here, but he does go down to Satch, and that scrap time is going to go to absolutely no one, and Dallas is set up on the next hill.
Yeah, on the score, I think, we've seen these teams go back and forth. I think the difference is that, we've seen Dallas just collecting more of the scrap time, collecting more of that P1 time, which is gone in their favor. So I'd like to see if Toronto, maybe get more of that scrap time, fight more on rotation, and I believe this game's definitely within their reach.
Absolutely. I think Toronto has the opportunity here, if they can, to coordinate a couple of pushes in. I think teams underestimate a lot of the time the ability to, really coordinate a push onto one hill together, whether it's for 20 seconds, whether it's for 15 seconds. Usually at that time you may be rotating, but that 15 seconds could really save you an entire match. So you never really know when that's going to come in. So Merrick's able to pick up 2 and defend this hard point. Does rotate and finds 1 onto Esme, and that is a 4 streak from Merrick's, unable to convert onto Satch. But the scrap time will go in favor of Dallas, but Toronto is fighting back. They're finding some of the hill time here, and they're set up on next.
This is a huge deal for Toronto right now. If they want to come back in this time, they're going to need significant time on this P4 as they're set up. But as I say that, you're seeing the team push out of Dallas. Coordinated slides, but it's all the kills are going in favor of Toronto.
Yeah, the kills are going in favor of Toronto. It's back and forth. We've got nobody on the hill right now with 45 seconds left. What do you like to see out of Toronto here, knowing that Dallas can't win on this hill? What would you like to see out of them in order to make this happen?
You see one in the hill and the rest start to push that that spawn point, because as we mentioned earlier, you want to be spawning that back graffiti side going to the P5, but at the moment, really, they just need to focus on not giving this time up to Dallas.
Absolutely, yeah. Not giving this time up is key, and they are able to do just that. They're going to hold down the rest of this time here, and Dallas is going to be rotating onto the next hill. Iker trying to cause a little bit of chaos and confusion up in enemy lines, but goes down to Slick. Matrix takes out Jimmy, and Esme takes out Merrick's. It is back and forth. This is a stellar game as of now.
Yeah, now it's really going to be coming down to this break. Can Toronto break this setup from the likes of Dallas? Because they're going to need to, otherwise Dallas could potentially win it on this hill right here.
Yeah, absolutely. Dallas, if they can maintain this hill for the rest of the time here, they will win this first map. But can they hold it down? Slick goes down, and it looks like Toronto's going to take advantage of that man down and hopefully move into the hill. Esme breaks out. Unable to find the kill. Merrick's able to hold on long enough, and Eddie able to pick up that kill there. This is going in favor of Toronto Falters. Slick comes in from the back, takes out one. They're able to rotate in and take the hill. We are back and forth, and it looks like Dallas isn't going to be able to win here. But what would you like to see?
Yeah, it's definitely getting a little mixy on the hill here as Toronto tries to push in, but all the kills, that's a 4 going down there for Toronto, and Dallas has full control of the hill. Toronto in a dire situation as they got to rotate to that new P1 if they want to have a chance at stopping Dallas from winning here.
Yeah, absolutely, and that next rotation is going to be really, really big for Toronto. If they can maintain this hill time, knowing that they've only got 8 seconds really to give up here, they have to hard hold this. They have to have someone maintain those spawns, and it looks like number 3 here, Satch, able to pick up one. It's going to try and flip these spawns. They know they've got time to waste here, giving them that hill time, but Satch is just trying to cause that chaos just enough for them to get on hill.
Yeah, Satch going big on rotation, but all the kills, all the important gunfights are going downhill, and it's all in Toronto, but you see, you still that massive gunfight won by Jimmy out there. It's going to help spawn Toronto out.
Yeah, Toronto's going to spawn out, and they're going to struggle here setting up for next, but it looks like they do have favorable spawns for now. They need to get in the hill. They need to get in. Are they able to? Merrick's gets in, but unable to jump on top of the table, and they're going to go down. Eddie unable to go in time, but Dallas will take this 250 to 187. A close match at the end there, especially if Toronto's able to hold that down and maintain hill time, but one good coordinated push from Dallas is able to take them off that hill and ultimately solidify this map for Dallas.
Yeah, you saw guys like both, again, Sash and Jimmy both going huge for Dallas.
We're going to be on board here with Toronto, with Eddie. He's got that diamond, that beautiful diamond Krig in hand, and we're going to see what he can manage to do with that, but we are on the clock now. It looks like we are going to see an A push from the side of Toronto. I love this off the rip. I think a lot of times people like to feel out that B bomb site, but Eddie holding it up top here. Scoosh picks up one, but unfortunately takes out Iker at the same time. So this could be really problematic for Toronto if they don't manage to find another kill here soon.
Yeah, you see that number 6 is Esme still up top. He's going to be the one guy that is going to potentially foil this push from Toronto, as they haven't exactly cleared that just yet. But you know, if he stays patient, he could get a really good timing and a couple of kills right here.
Yeah, absolutely, and I love seeing that Scoosh here is checking every angle, figuring out, okay, can we plant this A-bomb site? But Esme, unable to pick up the kill onto Merrick's. Oh, he finishes too early, and Merrick's picks up one. And, oh, I wish he had that gunfight back, because I think he would have done it a little bit differently there. But we are in a 2v2 situation. Bomb is over on A site. They're looking for a plant anytime they can. They do find the kill onto Satch, and it is all down to Slick. He knows exactly where he's at. Finds a little bit, unable to convert on anything. He's getting out of here. Slick is like, do not touch me, please. And he is waiting for this plant.
Yeah, this is a 1v1 situation right here. Scoosh is just playing time. He's betting that Slick's might come to him. Is he going to go for the plant? Yes, he is. Is Slick going to check? Oh, he's hoping Slick will check. And he checks the wrong corner. Real unfortunate there, but great play by Slick there to win that 1v1, and Dallas is up 1-0 in the S&D.
Absolutely. I love Slick just getting out of dodge. He's saying, you know what, I know this is probably not going to go in my way here if I chow this, so I'm going to get out. I'm going to wait until literally the last second, and unfortunately, he cannot pick the right spot there, so Slick is able to find him up top, and it is going to be 1-0 in favor of Dallas with Slick on a 2 streak here, so it looks like we are going to see another A push, back-to-back A pushes here off the rip.
Yeah, I think, like, as we mentioned prior to the match beginning, like, B can cause a lot of 50-50 gunfights at times in the terminal, so going A and getting the bomb down is definitely the priority for these teams, as we've noticed, and fortunately for Dallas, there's no presence over here at A for Toronto, so they might get a free plant right here.
Yeah, it looks like Toronto gave up too early on that A-bomb site. They kind of stacked there at first and then didn't see anything really pushing through as quickly, so they kind of gave up on it, but they're trying to maintain it as much as they can here. Eddie with a nice line of sight over to the top. Can't find anything as of now, but we are on board with Satch, our star player from last match, able to pick up a little bit onto Iker here with that nade. Merrick's challenging in lockers, goes down to Jimmy, And we're sitting in a 4v3 right now with bomb on, and Eddie's gonna jump it. Unable to figure it out and unable to convert it, but wow, what a chow.
Yeah, Eddie tried to get a little sneaky out there, but fortunately Dallas was, wise to that move, and it looks like Dallas will pick up a second round here in this S&D.
Yeah, and Iker tries to get a few shots in there over to Esme, can't quite finish it off, recognizes that the bomb is kind of already going to kind of go. But yes, it is going to go in favor of Dallas Flat Tires. A good map from them. Good job getting it down. Eddie, if he had a little bit more time, might have been able to do it, but I do like the aggression out of it. I think it's a fun little play there for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely not a move that I think Dallas would have expected, so I like it. I think that round really has to go credit to a guy like Satch. I think he did a good job getting that nade onto Iker, stop that flank, and really giving that information that there was someone on the flank. And so it really staggered Toronto's push right there. So it's a really smart play by Satch. Even though he's 0-2, stats don't always tell the whole story.
Absolutely. I think the important thing with Toronto here is they want to slow it down. They don't want to play that B bomb site because they know from that first map they're not winning those gunfights. Those 50-50s are not going in their favor. So they definitely want to play that slower site, try and pick up a kill here. Iker, a full rotate through with Eddie, able to pick up 2, and that is a big opportunity for Toronto to get that bomb down. We are going to see a little bit more of an aggressive push here for Toronto being up 2, but Slick is going to try and hold down this main cart and rotate around.
Yeah, that was a great team push there by Toronto. One sliding out top A building as one went through lockers, and they got the picks. But as I say, that Satch gets one back and makes that a 2v3. But now a 2v2 for Dallas and Toronto.
Yeah, absolutely. And Satch is just going ballistic with the beams, with the shot punch, everything in between. We do see Slick is going to get on the bomb. It's not recognizing it. Scooch goes down, and it's going to be another round in favor of Dallas Flat Tires.
Satch just turned that round upside down for Toronto. They had it was a 4v2 right there in favor of Toronto, but Satch with a really big 2-piece here, as we'll see in the kill feed. Nice kill on the Eddie, and I think Toronto just got a little bit too aggressive here. Would like to see them back up, and Satch makes them pay for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I would have liked to have seen Toronto, being up two men there in that gunny there. They had the opportunity. They just did not take advantage of it here. I really would like to see a mix-up here from Dallas, potentially going that B site. They're winning the 1v1 gunnies, those 50-50s. I'd like to see them get a little more aggressive on it, but it looks like they are going to go A-bomb site again.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I think Dallas switching up would have been nice, but even as I say that, who else but Satch with another first blood here, giving them that 4v3 advantage. In Toronto, they're definitely not out of this, but I think they're going to need, someone to go big here on rotation, get a couple of kills to help swing this round back in their favor.
Yeah, absolutely. I like kind of the setup of Toronto right now, even being down one man. They've got kind of some of those angles on hold. Scooch able to be kind of on this bomb site here, is waiting for one of those pushes. I think they do recognize that there's probably going to be somebody here who recognizes that. Able to pick up 1, able to pick up 2. Scooch is going big on the bomb site.
Yeah, just as I mentioned, Scooch gets a nice two kills there. Satch gets one back to tie it up, but that 2 kills there was massive. Dallas did not check that spot, and this round has life here for Toronto.
Absolutely, it has life. And Eddie up here, I don't think he saw Satch, but Satch is sitting right there. He turns on him, Eddie with a shot. Oh, and a little bit of love to him. Slick sitting up top is going to rotate down, recognizes that Scooch is going to try and push onto bomb. Knows that bomb is down. Slick slides in, tries to get it planted. Scooch is going to pick this up and is going to find the kill.
Yeah, he did get that plant down, which actually might work in favor of Scooch as he's on a 3 streak. Might, work towards some streaks later in that round. So that could be actually important if this SD goes the distance. But what a round there by Scooch and Eddie, picking up the important kills to take what looked like an unfavorable position back in their favor.
Yeah, absolutely. Toronto able to convert and find a couple of those kills. Scooch going big for the team. Eddie able to find the quick turnaround kill onto Satch. That's going to shut down their best gunny there, and we're going to be on board with Toronto, hoping to get their first offensive win here. I would love to see them go and get a little bit tricky with it, and we will see them get tricky. A full B push. Scooch is kind of a little more hesitant with the bomb here, but trying to find a pick here anywhere they can.
Dallas, having a bit more of a passive setup on B, this will allow Toronto to get the bomb down if they choose. But Toronto doing the smart thing. They're checking all the corners, making sure the site's clear. But as I said, it's Slick with a big kill. Make that a big 2-piece. Will Scoosh get him? Yes, he will, but the damage has been done.
Yeah, Slick with a couple of big kills. Satch to follow him up. Iker is just trying to find anything. Can't find it. Dallas on top. 4-1. They are looking dominant in this S&D tonight.
Big play by Slick here to get both the players. Toronto just trying to clear everything. But unfortunately, Slick was just a bit better there on those gunfights. And as a result, this is a massive lead now to Dallas.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm hoping we're going to be seeing some more tactical crouches here tonight. It'll be a good time. Slick, we're going to be on board with Dallas Flat Tires here. Esme recognizes, you know what? We haven't go B yet. Let's go B, everybody. Come on. Let's have a fun time. We've been winning these 50-50s. I think we can do it. Merrick's able to pick up one onto Satch. A huge first kill off the rip. Picks up one. Jimmy Keg picks up Iker. We're trading back and forth. This bomb site is heavily contested. Merrick's does not recognize that he's got a player exactly next to him. Jimmy finds him, but Merrick's able to pick up the kill there, and it's going to be in favor of Toronto Falters. They are absolutely on top of it right now.
Yeah, big kills there by Merrick's, and he's read that they're rotating, but on Slick is just a little bit better on that occasion as he gets the gunfight. But Scooch here, will he pick up the final 2 kills? He'll ego chow, but not enough bullets in the chamber. But as Eddie ends up winning that one, and again, Toronto with a massive round there on defense.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he literally just about put the last bullet into him on accident, shooting kind of from the hip there, but Eddie able to pick up the finish there, so it will go in the favor of Toronto Falters. They're picking up another one. Iker with the MP5. I don't know if he's had that out all the time, but would love to stay on board with Iker here with this MP5 and see what kind of magic he can make happen. I love seeing the weapon switch up. I think we need more of that in this game in particular, so I love to see it. It's wonderful. Iker getting super aggressive and gets shut down right away by the classic AK-74.
Yeah, unfortunate that we didn't get so much gameplay, but another challenge, and Jimmy Keg again with another big 2-piece. It always seems like every player in Dallas, when they need to, gets a massive 2-piece, whether it be Slick, Thatch, or Jimmy in this scenario. So it'll be interesting. Toronto gotta try and make some magic out here, and Eddie might be that player.
Eddie definitely can be that player, but unfortunately not this round. Esme does shut him down. Scoosh is in a 1v4 situation, looking for a miracle, trying to find something. He's checking every corner. He's checking every place. Jimmy picks him up, recognizes where he's at, and unfortunately will go down. Dallas Flat Tires with the 5-2 lead.
Yeah, unfortunately just a massive 2-piece here by Jimmy. It just doesn't seem like Toronto, I think they just need to get a little bit closer, have 2 people chow at the same time as opposed to these staggered pushes that might, work in their favor. But, they're down 5-2. I want to see what adjustments they make that, might potentially get them to that round 11 and that potential S&D win.
Yeah, and something important to note here, it's not out of like a lack of slaying either. We do see some pretty good numbers from Toronto. I mean, Scoosh is sitting at 7-5, is outslaying Dallas. So it's just kind of those 1-to-1 gunfights that are not going in the favor of Toronto right now that are really keeping them from really putting themselves in this match. We are going to see Iker with the MP5 again, waiting for someone to push in the train car, all lonely here. Does recognize that his partner goes down, says, you know what, I'm going to challenge with this MP5. Uh-oh, better turn around, and throws the grenade, and unfortunately takes himself out with it. So we will see Dallas Flat Tires up 4-2 right now. And Merrick's is just hoping and praying, waiting for a kill here if he can manage to grab one. But it's looking pretty good in the favor of Dallas right now.
Yeah, Dallas, I think they were reading that Toronto was getting really aggressive, and instead of getting caught with their guns out, they were just going to hold pre-aims and hold each other's backs. And as you saw there, they got another 2 kills. But I would say that looks like number 3, number 4, Scooch and Merrick's going to get pinched by both players from Dallas. And there you have it. Dallas ended up taking the S&D 6-2.
Yeah, Dallas, absolutely incredible performance there. They are all on top of it. I think the thing that really impresses me about this Dallas team the most, and like we mentioned at the beginning of the stream, these teams are 1-1 and 1-2. So they are, right at each other when it comes to the standings here. So we are going to be on board with Toronto, with Eddie here, sitting on the defensive side. We're going to see a coordinated push from Dallas. They are kind of trying to feel it out right now, trying to find a pick if they can. Eddie is able to avoid that Semtex, and Esme is on my favorite put on this map, is figuring it out. Jimmy Keg with the pickup, and they are in good position right now for Dallas.
Yeah, Toronto picking up all the kills. As you mentioned, Esme was better on the flank, but it's Toronto the one that's winning all these gunfights right now. Jimmy again with the big two-piece, but he's the only one person on this B point right now.
Yeah, absolutely. If he can pick up this first tick, which he does, that's a great start. He's waiting for his squad to come and kind of pick him up. Eddie trying to find a pick of any sort. Esme does recognize he's there. Satch sitting on top of floating tank is able to put a bunch of shots in, and Iker's just trying to contest as much as he could. Jimmy Keg is going massive right now, sitting in a 5 streak, putting the full tick onto the B zone here. He is getting pretty close to streaks here.
Putting the team on his back, the captain, doing what he needs to do fast on a 5 streak. No one else on his team even has more than 1 kill. If he could get these streaks, that'd be huge. And as he does, he goes on a 6, he gets Scoosh, and they're already working their way towards A.
Already working their way toward A. Jimmy picks up his 7th. He is absolutely on fire right now. This is incredible to watch. Jimmy putting the team on his back. 7 streak, 7 objective. Goes down to Merrick's. Unfortunately, the streak will end. But we do see Toronto trying to fight their way back into this. The live count is now a little bit more even. So it is looking like Toronto's making the adjustments they need to. Iker is going to go down here to Esme. And they're going to try and coordinate a push here on the A site.
Yeah, Toronto did a good job to weather that storm, despite Jimmy, getting that 7 kills. They did a good job of neutralizing the rest of the team, and as a result, they have that top green control, and that's a lot of really what this map is keeping that top green control. But as I say, that Iker again picking up Jimmy on the flank, and Toronto doing a good job of just clearing out their own base.
Absolutely. Curious as to your thoughts on this. So we've got, we were just on board with Jimmy. He had that 7th streak. He's got both streaks. Would you like to see him use him on this or save it for another round?
I think this round is definitely within the possibility of using it, but he needs his team to get in the right positions. They need to be up top green and in that back brick so that when they put that streak down, they can catch those Toronto players running into cover. But as a result, all their pushes have been staggered. It might be just a round where you save those streaks for a rainy day.
Absolutely. Saving them for a rainy day will probably work in the favor of Dallas here. They are looking pretty solid right now, but he does need a couple of team members here to pick it up and try and find a little bit more kills. Slick able to pick up 1. Is trying to kind of angle out here and find someone. Scoosh, and a little bit of a sneaky corner here, is able to continue to defend this spot and hold off Dallas, at least for now. They're wondering where they're at. Scoosh picks up 1. Turns around and picks up the 2nd. What a 360 little spin there. Scoosh is just showing off on this first control.
Yeah, Scoosh with the massive 2-piece, but as I said, Dallas is still on the point. It's all up to Eddie right now. He's trying to get into cover, takes the gunfight, but goes down, and there you go see all 4 players from Dallas on the point. Toronto not with much time left.
Not with much time left in Dallas. What a coordinated push. They're able to maintain just momentarily here. Scoosh is trying to find something, needs to slide in, needs to make something happen, or else they're going to do it. Dallas able to slide in at the last second, maintain, not using the streaks, and picking up the round.
Yeah, that was a massive round there. It was only really 30 seconds left on the clock when they managed to get on the point. But as you see here, even in this kill cam, Stats going big in that back sort of lights area, and you saw Dallas, instead of hitting that top green, they opted to wrap around, and that was what ended up being the key as they ended up winning that round right there.
Absolutely, and I just have to say, if I don't see that 360 in the top plays of the week, I'm going to be so disappointed. That was incredible. That was so cool. We're seeing a lot of awesome stuff here. Jimmy going big. We are going to be on board with Toronto. They're going to be trying to cap these points. They're down 1. Jimmy recognizes that Merrick's is going to be pushing up. It's like, you know what? I'll get a little tricky. I'll try and get up down in the vents here. We've got 2 players in the vents. 1 goes down. Merrick's puts some shots into the other. Satch goes down to the... actually, Slick goes down, and now Satch goes down. It's going to be 2 in the favor of Toronto. We are back and forth.
Yeah, that was a massive kill there by Eddie as they ended up getting onto the A point, and they both are an A and B, splitting Dallas's attention, but it's really going to be up to Esme here, sneaking through the vents. You see 3 on the point. He could make a big play here.
Absolutely could make a big play. Picks up 1, gets shots into the other, decides, you know what, it's probably not worth my time right now to do, but I'm going to rotate back, I'm going to pick up 1, and I'm going to try and pick up a couple more. Satch picks up 1, Eddie picks up Satch. It's back and forth. This control point is absolutely incredible right now.
Yeah, it's going back and forth, but as you see, Slick already pushed up. They're trying to get him in that spawn trap, but I don't know if he's aware that Toronto's already pushed through their spawn. And we see if Slick can get any kills.
He does recognize, he feels the slide there, senses it with his little spidey senses like Spider-Man. Iker slides onto the point. He's going to try and cap this. Some shots coming up from behind. Another 360 comes in. Wow, we are getting a ton tonight. So Iker able to pick up one. Is going to try and hold down the site. The cap is going to come in for the B site momentarily, and they're going to be focusing their efforts over.
Yes, this is very similar to the round we just saw, where it was around a 20 life split when Dallas ended up capping that B point. But this time, Toronto has the lives in their favor. And as I say that, you see number 6, Eddie, on the flank. He snuck through. He's going to be the guy that can help break in and break this point. And as I said that, he's getting some kills off spawn.
Yeah, absolutely getting some kills off spawn, holding him off momentarily, and Merrick's able to pick up one. They are going to try and cap this point. They only have 2 on site, though. Now only down to 1. Scoosh needs to sit in this corner and hold down as long as he can. Esme picks up 1. The contest comes in. We are back and forth. Satch picks up a kill with the nade, gets tagged up, runs into top green, and it is all over the place. We've got a life advantage in favor of Toronto, but this is a back and forth control map as well.
Yeah, Toronto just wasn't pushed up on the 8 point, and they kind of hurt themselves by staying towards the top green, but they still have time with this push. But Satch, Iker didn't see him, and he gets a massive kill on that top green.
The trigger discipline was absolutely stellar on the side of Satch. Slick picks up 1. This is looking pretty good on the side of Dallas. They're only down a few lives. Got 39 seconds left. Satch picks up 1 more. Slick goes down to Scoosh. We're trading back and forth. Iker gets some beams into Satch, but unable to pick it up. Scoosh picks up 2. Iker's gonna slide in and try and pick up Satch on the other side here. Satch lays down, able to pick him up, and Satch is staying alive by the skin of his teeth.
Oh my god, what a play from Satch right there. There was at least 3 Toronto players surrounding him, and he did a great job to stay alive and waited until those reinforcements came, and here they are, Slick, picking up Merrick's, or trying to at least, but Jimmy will get his cover, and Toronto with not much time left on the clock.
Not much time left on the clock, and Slick on the little tank here, and this is going to be a little bit problematic for Toronto to try and break this. As just as I say that, Eddie picks up 1. Scoosh picks up 1 before he goes down. Toronto, no respawns left. This is their last-ditch effort. They've got to make something happen. They've got 13 seconds. Slick is on point, maintaining it. Iker trying to find something here, trying to get in before this time ends. Picks up 1 onto Slick. Jimmy recognizes where he's at. He slides in, picks up Jimmy. Toronto able to close it out and find the round win.
Yeah, it looked like a dire situation for Toronto, but good job there to wait for each other. Slides out of bricks, gets the kill on the Slick and the kill on to Jimmy there. And Toronto have tied this one back up 1-1. Massive offensive round by them.
Absolutely, and that is a huge momentum swing for Toronto. You know, they've been down pretty much the entirety of this match so far. So to win that round and even it back up really puts them on an even playing field.
The thing to note, though, is Jimmy has not used any of his streaks just yet, so that is still an obstacle that Toronto will have to overcome if they want to win this map. But a big round there, and hopefully that'll put, some wind in their sails.
Absolutely, some wind in the sails behind Dallas right now, at least. They are headed straight for this B point. And Satch is able to pick up that, that capture turned purple. That probably means somebody's back up in there. So he's trying to put some shots in, a little pre-aiming, pre-firing. They're trying to find anything that they can. Jimmy's going to hop on a point, throw a nade in there. Satch almost running into that nade. Scoosh able to pick up 1, able to pick up 2. Scoosh underneath, and the vents is absolutely popping off this match.
Yeah, he's been the thorn in the side of Dallas. Even when they're on that point, he finds himself, playing around the map and getting the big 2 pieces as you see there. And he's currently in vent, just waiting to see what Dallas will do as they all approach that B point.
Yeah, and Toronto's doing a pretty great job right now of holding things down. Esme is going to slide in, and we are going to have 2 on hill in favor of Dallas. This B point is looking pretty likely for Dallas at this point. Do you think Toronto's going to make the full push over? Are they going to try and make some sort of push on a B? What do you think?
I think at this point, with 2 ticks that have gone through, you can try for another push, but you don't want to throw your lives away here. But as I say that, Toronto gets a massive 2 kills, and now they can collapse on the hill.
Absolutely, they collapse, they get the kills, it's going to go in favor, they're going to drain that 3rd tick and maintain a little bit of a spawn hold here, so this is looking really good in favor of Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto did a great job, again, waiting for each other, getting those kills, collapsing on that point, and now they're getting them trapped in spawn. This is what Toronto needs if they want to come back to this map in series.
Yeah, absolutely. Love to see it. They're holding it down. They're maintaining these spawns. They're trying to keep them off. There's no area for them to push at all. They are absolutely backed into a corner. Toronto has everything locked down. It's a last-minute ditch attempt from Dallas. Can they make something happen? Satch is going to be rotating out and underneath in my favorite spot on this entire map. They're able to pick up 2, and they're going to try and slide onto this B point in time. And they are able to slide into it on time. They're going to maintain a little bit of time here, try and pick them off. Esme picks up 1, 2.9 seconds left, and it looks like Dallas is able to regain composure and pick up that B point.
Yeah, it was a great team push out of them, waiting for one another, getting all the kills, making those 1v1 gunfights 2v1s in their favor. So, solid move by them, but now it's all up to the A point, and Toronto does have that 4-life lead.
Yeah, and one thing interesting to note about this A point is that a couple of patches ago they really added that kind of top section there into what is actually considered the point. So that point has changed a little bit over time and has been a little bit more geared toward making this more viable on the offensive side. So are seeing a little bit of preference here, especially on the side of Toronto, able to hold things down here, able to kind of hold some tight points, tight corners, maintain some time. We got 24 seconds left, and looking all Toronto right now.
Yeah, Dallas again spawning really far from the point, and again Toronto doing a good job of getting that map control. They're all 4 of them are really pushed up across the map, making sure Dallas really doesn't have any room to breathe. And as I said, 10 seconds left. Kills going in the favor of Toronto. That's 3 down. Last live Esme, and he goes down. And Toronto with a massive defensive hold, and now this map is in their favor.
Absolutely, it is. Toronto, I love the aggression out of Toronto when they recognize, okay, we probably got 3 or 4 down. We can really get aggressive here and keep them in that spawn point, keep them off the hill, and really maintain all of the lanes here. They do that just effectively, and they maintain hill time, they maintain controlling that point, and ultimately it's going to go in their favor. We are going to see Dallas, this is really their last chance to get anything rolling, so they got to get creative here in this hold and make sure that they can maintain so they can take this to a round 5.
Yeah, the one thing in their favor right now is that they do have those streaks from Jimmy. So I'd imagine if things get a little dicey here, they might be able to pull those out. But, on the side of Toronto, it's really been all Scoosh, 24 and 13. This guy's having himself a map. And really, the team plays there. And as I said, that 2 down already for the side of Dallas.
2 down already for the side of Dallas, but they pick 2 back up right off of that. Esme picks up 2 back-to-back. They are best friends sitting together. They're running around together, but unfortunately they go down together. So Esme able to hold down this brick side and is going to try and maintain this as much as he can. Unable to pick up the kill onto Iker with a sweet little jump there. Picks up 1. Jimmy picks up 1 as well. The trades are back and forth. Everything's going in the favor of Toronto right now until Slick picks up 2. They are really holding tight on this this spawn trap.
Yeah, now it's all going to be up to Toronto to see if they can break this spawn trap on the side of Dallas. As they say that Iker gets the first pick. That's massive. Jimmy trades that one out, but again, Toronto, they're being patient. They're not rushing into anything. They're waiting for each other. This is the kind of team play you want to see out of them.
Definitely the type of team play you want to see out of Toronto. This is a back and forth kind of map here. And Dallas is looking absolutely incredible, unstoppable on this round of the control. They did not like losing that last round, so they are looking for blood here. But as I say that, we do see Toronto moving onto this other site. And Scoosh able to pick up 1. They are going to be able to get a little bit of time here, potentially a tick. Satch recognizes that and is like, you know what, I need to find a kill here somewhere. Slides in with Slick. Slick is taken out. And it's still in the favor of Toronto with a couple of Diamante shots there.
Yeah, Toronto tried to split both points, A and B, but Dallas, why is there getting the team pushes and taking control? Only 3 seconds left in the hill. Will Dallas or Toronto be able to make it? Yes, they do with 0.9 seconds left.
0.9 seconds left, and Toronto is not going to be able to close it out. I really would have liked to have seen them full stack that other site. I know they tried to get a little bit tricky with that kind of 2 control point push, but I really feel like they probably could have gotten that other point if they had full stacked that.
Yeah, I think at a certain point you would have liked to at least see a 3-1 split, give themselves an opportunity here, and with that round is what ended up costing them this last round defense. As we talked about, last round defense is so important on a map like Garrison, and Jimmy still has those streaks, so this is going to be quite the hill to climb for Toronto, but if anyone can do it, I believe they can.
I was just gonna say, Spices. You know what I haven't seen? I haven't seen a cruise missile. I haven't seen an artillery. I'm still waiting. Still hoping it's going to come out eventually. And Toronto is on top of this hill. They need to recognize that Jimmy's on the jump up. Picks up 2 from behind and is able to escape effectively here. So Jimmy causing a little bit of chaos. Eddie able to slide back in. He says, thank you very much for the free kill. I will also take 1 tick off of B and hopefully maintain this a little bit longer on the side of Toronto.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is, while he's getting that time on the point, the rest of his teams are getting spawn trapped. Stats again looking in that dark position. Will he be able to pick it up? Not at the time, but he will pick up Eddie on the point. But Toronto does a good job of at least clearing out the Dallas players in the spawn, and they can now move towards that control point.
Absolutely. Toronto on this offense is looking mean. They are really, really playing aggressive, and I like this push from them. They're able to find one. Satch says, oh boy, we're losing this B point. I need to bring back out this, and I need to go big here. It's going to try and slide in, but unfortunately goes down. This is going to go in the favor of Toronto Falters. They're looking good, rolling into this A spot. Esme gets a couple in, but unable to convert here. Takes the moderate tick off of the A zone, and is going to pick up at least 1.
Yeah, that was a big play by Esme because they didn't really have any control in the top green. He loses that gunfight. That allows Toronto to get straight onto 8 points. So even getting those minimal shots and getting his, some time for his team to push up was a big play by him.
Absolutely, and Toronto getting aggressive here. Iker sitting at 26 and 27 is just kind of throwing himself out there, and it's kind of working right now. Able to pick up 1 onto Jimmy, 3 go in favor of Toronto Falters.
4 down.
That's full 4 down, and that's a full 4 on the hill. They are trying to catch this as much as they can. Jimmy, the streaks are coming out. Here they come, Spices. Is it going to be in time? It is momentarily. Satch is able to come back onto hill. Slick slides in, picks up the kill. They're going to try and get back on this control point.
Yeah, but even with that, the live advantage is in favor of Toronto. They're up 18-13, and they already have 2 ticks, and they're back on the point once more.
Back on the point once more, and it's going to be in their favor right now. Can Satch get on? He does, but unfortunately goes down to the Diamante, and Toronto Falters. They will not falter this time. They go up 3-2, and they will take this map. So it's going to be a 2-1 lead right now in favor of Dallas, but Toronto is looking hard to beat here after this control.
It was a massive round there we saw from Toronto. Where that was a bad side. So yeah, I'd like to see them hit that right to the map, try and get Dallas to spawn out early and get that rotation to P2, because if they're able to win that, they'll get a lot of that time for that P2 hill.
Absolutely, and we're going to see an aggressive push on the side of Toronto, more toward the trenches side here, and love to see it. Esme is rotating through. Iker unable to pick up that kill, but we are going to see one rotating through. They're able to get him off of P1 effectively, and this is going to be some time soaked from Toronto on this P1 hill.
This is exactly what I was talking about. You already see number 4 from Dallas, Satch, spawning towards that poor side, and number 2, Toronto, with a great break off here, even though they're not getting any time with the hill at the moment.
We just take a minute for the fact that we saw an FFAR. I absolutely love it. I'm a huge proponent of the FFAR. I love to see it. It's great. Eddie rotating in here. He recognizes that one goes down, unable to see the other one that is maintaining this site here, which is Slick over here with the FFAR. Eddie is really trying to maintain these spawn points, does not know that Slick is back here, so the spawns are going to be a little bit tricky right now. Merrick's does pick up Slick, though, and it looks like Toronto maintaining some of that P1 hill time while also setting up for P2, so they are right on top of it.
Yeah, great job, but Jimmy's going to be the guy to foil that plan, and he does end up getting picked in Toronto, now on that full P2 setup that we were talking about that they needed, and a great job by them.
Yeah, absolutely. We see Satch kind of rotating through the back here. He's definitely our player to watch for this team in particular. A couple of them go down, and this is all Toronto, all right now in this Ruins hill, and they are absolutely holding it down. Iker with some beams, unable to get it finished, but they're still sitting pretty on this hill.
Yeah, Toronto did a great job of getting so pushed out far across the map that spawning Dallas even farther and making their pushes a little more staggered. But as I say that, Dallas does a good job of clearing through the hill, and you see Toronto starting to push out. So Dallas getting that scrap time, but the damage has been done for Toronto.
Definitely the damage has been done. Dallas is able to pick up a little bit of time here. Esme says, oh my lord, I see the entire team. I don't know who to shoot at, and unfortunately goes down there. Scoosh and company able to rotate onto this hill. Toronto setting up for next. I love the team pushes out of Toronto right now. This is what we were missing in that first map, that first hard point, and they are making the adjustments.
Yeah, again, they're winning the rotation to the hills. The one thing that they didn't do in that map one, they're starting to do now, and their teamwork is, flourishing here. But as I say that, Dallas, Jimmy with the massive...
Oh my gosh! Jimmy goes huge down in the trenches, but it does not pay off in the favor of Dallas. Flat tires. Iker is still holding down time. We're going to see a full 4 push here from Dallas, trying to get this scrap time, trying to get that last 30 seconds. They are able to get onto the hill. Jimmy trying to find anything he can. Satch picks up 1, and this is all Dallas on this hill as of right now, but Toronto with a pretty hefty lead.
Yeah, again, Toronto prioritizing the spawns. They're okay with giving up that scrap time as long as they can get that rotation. But you see Dallas is already starting to move. They see number 1, Esme, holding down Temple. I'd like to see him move a little bit more so they could potentially spawn Toronto out. But I think it's really going to be on to Slick here. Slick has gone through to the back.
Slick goes through the back. Merrick's goes big and takes out 2. Esme picks up 1, but this is all in the favor of Toronto Falters right now. They have no one on hill, but they do maintain the spawns. We're going to see 3 pushing through Ruin side and 1 through Coop. It's all Toronto right now. They're on top of it. Merrick's unfortunately goes down, and it's going to be Esme trying to find something in front hill. Iker goes down, and it's back to Dallas.
Yeah, that was really great patience from Dallas, actually.
What a snap from Slick. Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, what a shot by him. Dallas did a good job of just waiting for one another, not, getting over aggressive on this push. And as a result, they're getting majority of the time here, even though they spawn on the unfavorable side.
Absolutely. They're getting all this time. They're soaking in as much as they can. The lead is down to 2-1-0, and Dallas takes over the lead on this Turtle Hill. Satch recognizes that 1 is there. Iker able to escape here and trying to find 1. Esme picks up 2. Satch is rotating around. Merrick's down in trenches trying to find anything. Holy wow, Toronto had a good hold, and now Dallas is breaking it, and they are sitting on next.
This is the first hill that Dallas has been able to rotate to first and get those major kills. So it's going to be interesting to see if they hold. But again, a nice push through trenches by the likes of Toronto, and they wipe out Dallas quick and fast.
It's just we said, they are absolutely killing it right now. Toronto is making these pushes together, and they are figuring it out exactly how to get onto these hills, exactly how to break these. And just as I say that, they go down. Dallas is rotating back in. They're managing to find the kills. Esme goes down. Eddie, we are back and forth. They are trying to figure it out. Eddie goes for the punch, unable to get it, and it's back and forth. Toronto is on the hill for now, but who knows? It could be, tomorrow before somebody else finds the next hill. I don't even know what to predict at this point.
This is a really great match we're seeing here, back and forth from both squads. Even though it looks like Dallas is being outslayed, they've managed to keep up in terms of points with a 121 to 119 lead. But again, Dallas, for the second time in a row, they're first that rotation. But as we know, Toronto's no stranger to breaking these hills.
Absolutely, they're not. I think something interesting to note here is you mentioned not slaying out, but within this game mode, that you don't necessarily need to slay out in order to win this. It's all about hill time. And we see Iker on the side of Toronto has 1 minute and 24 seconds of hill time. Just as I say that, 3 go down for Toronto, and Dallas is holding this down. So they're managing to find the kills. They're managing to continue to make the rotations on time. They're holding down hill time. They're finding the kills on hill. They are operating at all cylinders right now. They are firing. Slick able to pick up 1. 3 go down. Merrick's picks up 1. Jimmy picks up 1. We are back and forth again, but Dallas is absolutely capping this hill right now.
Yeah, this is a very dangerous position to be in for Toronto. They're giving up a lot of this P1 time, and they lost the rotation to P2. So I'd like to see them, get together, push to the trenches side, and try and break this hill, or P2 hill rather.
Love the patience there out of Jimmy. I know he goes down there, but the patience to be able to soak up that time, contest it for a little bit longer, give Dallas a little bit more time to set up on next. Esme is right there to pick up 2 and potentially even 3, depending on how this goes, but Iker picks up 1. Iker unable to pick up the second with that MP5, but we are seeing a wide variety of guns being used, which is stellar. We're seeing the FFAR, we're seeing the Krig, we're seeing the MP5, we're seeing the AK-74. 4 guns all in one map. You can't ask for anything better than that, and you can't ask for anything better than Dallas continuing to build on their lead right now.
Yeah, again, Dallas doing a great job. They've already gotten 40 seconds. Toronto's had to spawn so far out, but finally they get Dallas to spawn up, but maybe it's just a little too late. as there's only 10 seconds left on the hill, and even then, Esme goes big, and he gets the scrap time.
Did you see Satch pull out that MP5 really quickly and get that kill? I don't even know how that happened. That was absolutely incredible. Dallas is on top of it. They're able to shut down Toronto momentarily. Eddie picks up one, rotates back down into trenches, is trying to distract as much as he can. Unfortunately goes down. Slick trying to rotate on with Jimmy here and pick up the last amount of time that they need to win this match.
Yeah, good kills by there, Dallas on rotation, but again, Toronto trying to break in. Eddie, the last man alive, and he gets a massive two-piece and breaks that hill.
Breaks the hill, and Eddie is on fire right now. He's sitting on that 2 streak. He needs a couple of more kills to break to that even point, but is holding it down for the team right now, keeping it out of reach for Dallas, at least for the time being, so it's working well for him as of now. Eddie pulls out the FFAR. He says, you know what? Give me this. I will absolutely hold down this hill.
Yeah, they're doing a good job, and this is what they need. They need a full, or not even a full 60. They just need to get majority of the time here at this next hill. One of the issues that they had the first time around on this P3 or P4 rather Turtle Hill was that Dallas was able to break from the front. But as I say that Dallas is winning all the gunfights on rotation, or should I say Toronto, as they get the last 2 kills and they're already in here on this Turtle Hill.
Absolutely, and the crazy part is Eddie is on a 3 streak right now with a gun that isn't even his. He picked it up off the ground. He said, give me that, and let me show off here. We got Scoosh on a 5 streak, Eddie on a 3 streak. Toronto says, we're not done yet. We're back in this. We're ready to go. We're trying to get this, and Satch rotates through just a little bit too quickly, gets taken out. Eddie back with that beautiful Diamond Krig, ready to make some work happen, and they are holding down this hill, at least for the time being.
Yeah, they're doing everything they need to. Massive kill there by Iker in the coop. And again, you see them already starting to prioritize that rotation. This is what Toronto needs to do. They'll come back. They're already hit that 200-point mark. But again, it's number 4. It's Satch, who's on rotation. He's going to be the one to foil this plan.
Foil the plan, at least for the time being. Eddie trying to get Slick off the point. Slick is sliding around. He's all slippery. He's all slick, but unable to make it work. He goes down. Eddie picking up the last 4 seconds. We're going to be just about at a tie ball game here, rolling into this next hill, and Toronto is right on top of it.
Toronto's done a great job. They won the rotation to P4 as they did to P5, but as I say that number 6 spawns out, and Dallas is spawning in the back. Toronto's going to have a really big challenge here.
Oh, and Iker goes down to a self-nade, which is going to give it up to Dallas Flat Tires. If he didn't self-nade there, he would have been just fine. Oh, but Merrick's is trying to make the rotation around. Satch picks up the kill, and Dallas is soaking this time. They may be able to win here off of that nade.
Yeah, but you see, again, the team pushes 3 slide in for Toronto. Trade's going for a team kill, 1v1, and Esme wins it.
Merrick's has got to make something happen here. 20 seconds left on the clock. He's got 10 seconds to get into the hill. He's trying to make something happen. He knows all 4 are going to be there. They need to rotate in. They need to get in. They've got 6 seconds. They're rotating in. They've got the contest in. Slick takes out 1. 3 go down. Scoosh comes in. Able to pick up another. It's contested. Can he make it happen? Did he wait long enough? Is it going to end? It will. And Dallas is going to take the win by just a second.
Oh my god, what a map. Back and forth towards the end, and Dallas with the last second tick coming through for their side, and they end up taking this series 3-1. Great effort by both squads.
Absolutely great effort.